Back again with another live survival horror create stream, and I'm happy today because we are moving on to what looks to be the final section of the game. So we already made all of the streets, we made all of the hospital, so now it's just a case of moving on to the underground, the secret underground lab. And then once we finish that, I guess the level design for the vast majority of the game is done, really. Because after that, all we need to do is design some of the corridors. But corridors are easy to design. It's literally just a straight line with maybe some objects and here and there, some doors there and here and there, you know. So I don't think that's going to take us a lot of time to make. But yeah, we're getting close to actually seeing every area that's going to be discoverable in the game. I'm just going to quickly update the thumbnail for the stream here before I open the chat. So enjoy the music as always. So let's see here. So today is the 28th of May. There we go. So we've been working on this project for, I guess you could say, 6 months now. I did have a few weeks break in January, but more or less it's been like half a year. But it's hard to really gauge that because we say we spent 6 months on this, but we only spent like 2 days a week streaming, or even one. We spent like one stream a week building environments, and now we do 2 days. So we could definitely have speeded up this process if we streamed more often since the beginning. I'm just going to update some of the tags here. I feel like the tag system on the PS4, it's so bad. And what I did was, to save myself typing out everything all over again on the PS4, I actually created a document inside Dreams using a text tool that had all the tags, and I just copied and pasted it straight into the search bar for the stream. But now that I'm editing on the PC, I don't really need to do that anymore. I literally could just copy and paste everything as is. Let me just sort this out first. So I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope you're excited as I am to finally get this underground lab sorted. Okay, let's see, more options. See, the funny thing is, when you stream from the PS4, if you stream to Twitch, Twitch automatically determines that you're playing Dreams. It sets the game title as Dreams, but when you stream on YouTube, it doesn't detect the game that you're playing, which is a bit of a pain. So now I've updated that, so maybe that can help us a little bit more with the search. Who knows? I can only be optimistic and say yes, it will. So I'm just saving these changes here. It's saving quite slow today for some reason. There we go. Changes saved. Right, I'll quickly copy out the address to put into the tweet. The tweet's already made, so I just need to click here, click there. Okay, I think we're just about done. Right, let me bring up the stream now. This is one of the things that I'm going to try and sort as we go on. I'm going to try and make this process a little smoother. I'm always working on little things at a time, so this will be one of the things that I need to improve on, I guess. So Right, I'm just getting the chat up now on the screen, and I guess we can sort of get started. Just gonna make sure this track's playing. I don't think it is. That is really weird. So I don't know if I think I changed this in the last stream because things were messing up. Let me see here. Let me change these because I think I put it on sustain last time and it messed everything up. So I just need to move them all back to one shot. So yeah, I need to make a proper jukebox. That's something that I need to do. There we go, that's playing now. So what I need to do is I need to make like a proper jukebox. Finally, I need to make a better countdown intro so I can get all this stuff organised from the start. But we're getting there. Okay, so today we're just going to go straight into the underground lab. So goodbye door, goodbye balloons. We don't need you anymore. We may use the lift, but I will probably try and look for a better one. I don't know, whenever you look at the these underground labs, they're always really futuristic, aren't they? Even though they're in modern times, the labs are always super futuristic. So, you know, you've got the doors that open automatically, and all the doors themselves, they look like they come from like a spaceship. I don't know why that is. I guess it just gives the impression that, you know, we're in this really high-tech facility. So hello, Small Who Man, welcome. Yeah, John Jerry Steve is here as always. He's always here at the beginning of the streams. He is the mascot now and forever. Hey Isaac, welcome back. I hope everyone's checking out your new track. It's called Intergalactic City. Isaac, or Nightmare Grand as we call him, he did a collaboration with R8. I'm not going to say the full name because I don't remember all the numbers. So if you want to check out that track, there's going to be a wee advertisement that pops up at some point, just to remind you guys. Hey FanFits, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. William Birkin, that you? It's kind of like William Birkin, but we call him John Jerry Steve. He's been our mascot for the vast majority of this this creation process, and in the game you're actually going to be able to collect little figurines. So we'll have him as a figurine, and if you collect them all, there's going to be like a secret unlockable bonus where you get to play through a prologue of the life of John Jerry Steve. I think it's going to be one of the best unlockables of all time. Hey Joe Robe, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Have you updated the jukebox with, you know, no way. I've got 3 jukeboxes in this stream, and to be honest, once I start adding all the details that we're going to add today, I think it's going to be a bit too extreme for your track, unfortunately. But I might, if there's time, I might jump over and preview it a little bit. It's like Hall Up. Is this 3077 or 2020, or 3077 or 2020? Are we talking like the date of this game? I guess it's like modern times. This game's going to be set in, more or less. You should put a note on the desk in the secret lab saying something like, day 23 of my experiments, I have created a rather ugly looking creature named Bovaretta. I know Bovaretta's everywhere. Bovaretta of the hospital, Bovaretta of the garden, then we've got the Bovaretta animatronic with the posters, and now we're going to have Bovaretta as a subject in the lab. We just can't escape her, can we? Thanks for the plug, LB. Yeah, no worries. You know, if anyone else makes any decent content, any new levels or games or music, then obviously I want people to tell me, and I'll happily update the jukebox, the pop-ups, so that we can advertise some of your stuff, because I want people to play it, obviously. I don't know why, but I kind of want to add William Birkin to my game and make a stage 2. By all means, go for it. I think it would be pretty sweet. I think someone made a William Birkin in the game, so I don't know if you want to create your own William Birkin or just use the one that's already there. Okay, gotta go study and see everyone tomorrow. Oh, well, see you, Joe. Thanks for popping in. Or have a good day studying. I mean about labs, like the labs are futuristic, like they are from the year 3077 or 2020. Ah, okay, yeah, the labs are more like 3077. Yeah, sure. It's like you all the other environments, like the hospital, the streets, everything's modern day, but when you go into this underground lab, yeah, it does feel like you've stepped into a spaceship. You know, it's like a completely futuristic area. And I guess games do that because they want the area to seem very high tech. Like you're not just entering in another environment, you're really going into some place that's clearly so different from what you've went through before. Hey Red Stool, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week still. I'm here again. Oh good, it's good to have you here again. One of the originals. So we're creating the underground lab today. And so I just need to try and find some of the assets. And we had those big, you know, those big containers that have like all of the subjects, the test subjects in that liquid. I can't remember what it was called. We found it in the search, but I don't remember what I searched for. Was it like container or something like that? Let me see. We don't even have the... Let me see what they're called. It's like a is it like a test container maybe? A lab container maybe? Let me see. For the lab, we're probably not going to put that in, but that does look good for another area. Spaceships. See, all these kind of things, you probably could use some of these, like, in some of the other areas. But I was looking for that vial, you know, like that, where they contain all the monsters. I can't remember what the person's called it, honestly. We found it so easily, and then once we go to actually look for it, we can't find it. Let me see if I type in like lab. I'm sure when we were creating the lab, it appeared. Please appear. We kind of need it. Like I could use like this too for like a smaller subject or something like that. And then we need to find a bigger one, because I think this one should be like a really small one, you know, that for the small animals and stuff they've been testing on, or maybe like a brain. We'll put a floating brain inside the container. Do you know what I mean? Like we could use stuff like that. Oh, look how wobbly that is. That glass is very wobbly. A lab chair. Oh, good. Oh no. I mean, I'm not such a fan of this one. I think it's a bit wonky. I mean, look at the stand. It's not even aligned. Let me see. Lab tiles. Lab ceiling. Lab wall. I've actually got a lot. Delirium, as always. He's pulling through for us. He's getting all of these assets that we need. What does that even say? This SMP, whatever that means, man. I mean, Mr. Flowermouth, aka John or William Birkin. I'd remix him and then make a stage 2. Yeah, by all means, go for it. He's already a public asset it's this creator here, XX Delirium XX. He made the flower monster, so if you want to remix it, go ahead. Personally, we just call him John Jerry Steve because that's our version, but of course you can call him something else. Yeah, you're on about the test subject tubes that a lot of labs have. VAT, they are called the VATs, I think. Here's one I'll suggest, test tube. Right, let's have a look. So let me add some of these this lab stuff just because it's here. Since I didn't have to search for it, I'll just start finding all the tiles and stuff. So we put the lab wall, another lab wall. This saves me actually searching for this stuff later. A lab door, again we need a lab door. See what I mean? They're always like these fancy high-tech doors, aren't they? Can't just be a normal door, can it? It just always has to be something a bit extreme. A lab lockbox. Maybe I could use that for a code or something to unlock something with. I can't even remember what tiles I used anymore. They've all got numbers, but I just don't remember what I used. Let's see. Get more ceilings. Probably not even going to see the ceiling, to be honest. Most of the camera angles are going to be down on the facing the character, so you're probably not really going to see the ceiling that much. But I'll just take everything I can. I can always reuse the ceiling stuff for other parts of the level. That's quite good as well if we want to do a bit of glass. Oh look! A lab tank. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Lab tank. Perfect. So now we can put John Jerry Steve inside one of these, I think. But John Jerry Steve's a big old guy, you know. I don't think he's gonna quite fit inside here. You know, he's got a massive arm. So naturally, I think we're gonna make his tube a bit bigger. But you see what I mean? We can make him float, you know, like floating about. It's just gestating inside there. That's pretty cool. Right, I'll search for VAT anyway, because you never know, we might actually find an extra thing we can use. Delirium's actually really pulling through for us here. He's made a bunch of lab stuff, which is absolutely perfect. This is definitely going to save me a lot of time searching all over the place for different things. A heavy door as well. Nice. We can definitely put that there. So that's like when we're creating the morgue, the creator, I can't remember his name now, he made pretty much all of the morgue assets, and the same thing as today. We've got Delirium has made pretty much all of the lab assets that we need. I'll still search for a few more things if we come up with any other ideas. But at least we've got the vast majority of the things that we're looking for. I think he's made so much stuff. Could keep going forever. Let's see what else he's made. A lab computer as well. I mean, even if it looks like a spaceship, it doesn't bother me because it's still a lab, right? A futuristic lab. I don't think I'm going to use that one though, right? I think that's pretty much everything from Delirium that we could have used. So that's pretty cool. Let me see. I'll check for a VAT. VAT. Let's see if we can find anything. The cat VAT. We always seem to find music before we actually find the object we're looking for. So it doesn't look like anybody's made a VAT, even though it probably is called a VAT. It doesn't seem like anybody's actually made anything. Let me just search for like a... I know if I put in tank, it's going to come up like army tanks, but I see we've got other tanks here. Look, Delirium, again, he's made more tanks. There's a sleep tank. It's high thermal though, I don't know. Let me see. There we go, we've got a sleep tank. We've also got a sample tank, so we could put like vegetation in these tanks. What else was there? Was there any more? Thomas the Tank Engine. The many faces of Thomas the Tank Engine. And then look at that tank. That tank looks pretty nice. Cell shaded to the max. So I think that's everything we kind of need. I mean, I'll probably make a more industrial area later, like with this kind of stuff. But for now, I think we've got most of what we need. I kind of feel like just checking Delirium's account just to make sure there's nothing we've missed. So maybe he has something else we can use that saves us searching for something. He's got a lot of good things. He's got like good floors, good grates, tile walls. It makes a lot of good textures, and he also imports a lot of the sound effects that we could use for the game as well. There we go, rusty gates. Oh, hello. Let's see. There's a cage. We're definitely going to use a cage at some point, just not in this particular scene. A decayed wall. Yeah, that's horrible. So in the underground lab, I kind of want to make like a proper lab where you have those big tanks, those vats of bodies and plants and brains and whatever. And then I want to make another area that's more like containment cells. Then I want to make like a testing area where they basically put one of their zombie creatures against like a sheep, and they test and see, you know, how it reacts. So there you go. There's John, Jerry, Steve. If you ever want to use them for yourself, just stamp them in your scene and go to town on them. Maybe give him a mustache, maybe, if that's your kind of thing. Mutant spider. See, there's no spiders in this game. Look how creepy that is. There's no spiders in this game, but I'm always open to adding more enemies. Because the enemies right now, I've got like your basic zombies. I've got like a kind of a burnt zombie that's kind of mutated a bit. And then I've got these big creatures with like, you know, they look like half human, half frog or something. Big teeth. Then I have the zombie dogs, the zombie crows, or ravens, whatever you want to call them. And apart from that, and there's a couple of subjects, like a couple of nemesis type bosses that you'll fight. But no spiders. I don't know if I'll put a spider in it. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh look, it's John, Jerry, Steve's sister. She's a little bit of a smaller plant. So let's see, what else does he have? Wired box, nope. It's got some cool things like electronic documents. I mean, those could be good, but I'm not going to go so sci-fi. I'm still going to use paper documents. Got a medical tray here. I think we've used that in another scene before. A cloth rack. We could actually use that for the hospital. I didn't even realise he had that. So we need to get some of this crazy sound effects. I can definitely use those. Although I kind of want to make a lot of my own sound effects, to be honest. That's like the fun part. Trying to make yourself seem like a monster. So it looks like, yeah, that looks like everything that he's got. So I mean, he's gave us like a full scene worth to work with. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Oh, what's going on here? Oh yeah, and test tubes as well. I need to search for test tubes. Let me do that just now before I forget. Test tube. Yeah. See, I think we searched for test tubes in one of the other labs, and the ones that people have made are very cartoony or very medievally. You know, I'll probably need to come up with some other ones myself, but I can just recolor these, and I mean, we could probably search for like maybe people have named it like a flask or something with fluid in it, you know. Like, I don't know, like we could use those. That is a bit weird. There you go, that's like your typical lab flasks. I think we did use these in the hospital lab, the traditional one. I just don't want it to seem too fantasy like, you know, like we're creating a potion to turn someone into into a frog or something. So I might remix those, but these ones look good. I mean, you can probably picture this kind of thing. Just change the colour of the flasks. I don't know if this one looks good. Let me see. It's more of a drinking flask than a medical flask. I mean, I think that'll kind of do. I think that's enough. I think the lab chair looks like that due to low graphics. So if you increase the graphics on it, it will look more roundish. Maybe it does. Yeah, I just felt like the placement of some of this stuff was a bit off. Like the support for the chair, it wasn't really central. Sorry, I'm late again, LBA. I fell asleep on the bus and missed my stop. What? You fell asleep on the bus? No way. That must be a nightmare. You wake up and you're like, what the hell am I? Well, hopefully you made it back okay. Also, I think one of the kids on the bus stole my phone and wallet, so I had to walk back. Please, no more John Jerry Steve legs for me. One of the kids stole your phone and wallet? What? That is insane. Where do you live? You've got criminals everywhere. Well, I hope you're doing alright, Scheme. Welcome. Welcome all the same. I'll let you away with not looking at John Jerry Steve's leg, but I will let you see John Jerry Steve in a very lab-like tank. Obviously it doesn't quite fit because he's a bit too expanded, but you know, before he properly mutated, this is where this is like a first home for John Jerry Steve, you know. It's where he felt like the most at home in his life, trapped inside this containment. What's that? Is that the sound of John Jerry Steve's leg? You may get lucky this time, Scheme. I know, he did get lucky. I mean, he's looking at him, but he's contained inside the tank, so for now, he's kind of safe. I can't promise for later, but for now, he's all good. Also, me and you are both making Resident Evil Classic looking game, Dreams. Oh, nice. I'll need to actually see what kind of one you're making, so it would be nice, because I don't think a lot of people are making these Resident Evil survival horror type games. It's not so common, so it would be nice to see more of them available. But that's nice. Definitely keep us updated on your progress. Be good to see. I'm still badly injured from looking at it last week. I know it scars you for life. It was necrophagiac. Alright, I trust you to remember a name like that. The Last of Us Part 2 LBA. Talk to me. Well, I haven't really watched any of the gameplay. I've saw the spoilers. I'm not really going to mention anything about the spoilers because some of you guys in the chat probably don't really want to know about the spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything about it. All I'll say is that I'm disappointed just like everybody else. But I'm sure the gameplay looks fantastic, but I don't think I'm going to get the game on day one anymore. Like, I'm not against it, like, I'll definitely play it one day. It's just I'm not as hyped as I once was for it, which is a shame. But I'll wait for reviews. I'll wait for, you know, the general public to let us know if Naughty Dog really screwed this one up or not. I wish the crazies outside would stop clapping, banging on the pots and pans, honking their horns and setting fireworks off. So damn annoying. I know, all that noise pollution. We got rid of all the pollution from all the cars and stuff. Now we're just doing the opposite with noise now. How horrible. How about a tank ending where you unlock a secret garage with a tank in it? You drive away with John Jerry Steve killing all the zombies. Could do. I mean, John Jerry Steve needs to go out with a bang, right? Try test tubes, and also they're making noise for NHS, but yes, it's annoying. I think it's like every day, more or less. I think Delirium has made pretty much everything. Yeah, he has. Like, everything in this scene, except from this and this, are all by Delirium, which is very impressive. Clearly he knows his stuff when it comes to these kind of sci-fi labs. I think he is a bit of a Resident Evil fan as well, so whether this is inspired by Resident Evil, I don't know. I know this tube definitely will be. Like the doors and stuff, maybe not so much, because it's more like a alien sci-fi kind of thing, but yeah, he's definitely survival horror influenced. So if you need any good sculpts, both character and environment, Delirium's definitely got you covered for that. Sound effects as well. Is there a dream with the scenes in? Because if so, I'd love to see the full project so far. I've not linked the scenes together yet, but once we finish all the level design for the lab, that's the next step. So I'm going to go back over all of the scenes that we've made and then redo all the graphics and the lighting and the camera angles, and I'll start to put in the gameplay, because off stream I've already worked on the inventory, so you can pick up ammo, you can pick up and read the documents, you can also go through your inventory, and that's pretty much more or less done. You can transition through the doors, there's a door animation just like the classic Resident Evils, so that's all there, that's all ready. So once we polish up each scene, I'll add all the gameplay, and then I'll start to link all the scenes together so we can actually see what it looks like going from room to room. And then the last pieces of the puzzle that I'll add is once the combat is ready. I think the combat's going to need a lot of work, so it's probably going to be one of the last things that we properly implement. So I'll go back over all the scenes, I'll put all the enemies in, all the zombies and whatever, zombie dogs, John Jerry Steve, whatever, and I'll just pop them into each scene. And then, of course, the very final part is just getting all the cutscenes ready. To be honest, that's like the very end of the game, really. But so far we're on track. It depends how long it takes me to make the combat. But as far as going from room to room and picking up objects and reading things, that's all ready to go. So you should be able to see some stuff on the stream. Maybe in the next month or so we can actually see it more playable. But to actually play yourself, there's going to be a demo at the end of September. There's also going to be a second demo. I don't know when it's going to be yet, because I'm waiting to see how far along we are. If we're on track to get the full game out by the end of the year, then the second demo will probably be out at the end of October. So that's when you can properly play for yourself. I saw Flask Boy costume. I know there's always... It's kind of like Sackboy, isn't it? But he's got a flask on him. I think that costume exists in Little Big Planet. Yeah, I'll probably make him grab you with his corpse of flower tongue. Oh, nice. Sounds lovely. Don't forget to make him strangle you with his tiny leg. I might even trademark that attack as my own. Hello, Future Cloud. Welcome back. Eat me, drink me. My pleasure. I'll do just that. They must live in Crime Alley. I know. Scheme, you just... I think Scheme pretty much lives in Gotham. Every corner it turns, there's always danger. Yes, thanks for showing remorse, LB. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. I've noticed that today on my chat I don't actually have timestamps, so I don't know how far behind the chat I am. I don't think I'm that far, but usually there's like timestamps that tell me, but not today for some reason. Alright, what's your username on the PS4? I'll add you as a collab so you're a beta tester. So my full name's Little Big Animation, but PSN doesn't let you have that long of a name, so it's just LB Animation. I only remember the Necrophagiac username because Jazzpunk is made by Necrophone Games. Oh, there you go then. Connecting the two together. This is a quote. I wish the crazies outside would stop clapping. Do you realise that noise is support for the NHS, right? Something good and meaningful that shouldn't be complained about. Oof. Besides, it's only for 5 minutes every week. Come on, Scheme. Just accept. Come on. Since when has it become a tradition to clap for people doing their job? 20 minutes every Thursday. It's cheesy and annoying. I can appreciate giving the NHS support. I do think they obviously deserve the support. But I've said this before on the stream, like, clapping's great, but, you know, actually donating money or, you know, volunteering or something, that's obviously going to be like the most important thing that's going to help them through this. So the Tory government, like, whatever your politics are, right, at the end of the day, like, the Tories are not really into the public, right? They're more about into corporations and stuff, so they don't really care too much about the NHS, you know, compared to some of us. You know, that's just the facts. So for them, if they can make you clap instead of you know, instead of them investing more money or whatever, because I think they would rather have the NHS fully privatised, wouldn't they? They hate the NHS, they hate it. Damn Boris Johnson. The guy's such an oaf. No offence if anybody likes him, but I just don't understand how we're at a point in time now where all the world leaders are becoming idiots. You know, you get Trump, you've got Big Boris. They look like they're like long lost twins. I mean, they look the same, to be honest, just one's a little more goofier than the other. 10 to 20 minutes every week. I believe it was a tradition since the virus started for NHS, not for any job. Well, it was made like a month or two ago. Survive work. Clap, clap, clap. You did well. Coronavirus has been around a lot longer than 2 months, so why now? Not now, it was made a long time ago. Sorry, I don't have perfect memory. LBA getting political, nice. To be honest, I don't get involved in politics, to be honest. Like, it's not really one of my interests. Obviously you just want things that are going to be good for people, you know? Because it's like, obviously you want the economy to be good, but at the same time you don't want people to be so low that they can't do anything, you know? You gotta help the people, you gotta find a good balance, you know? I guess because it took time for support to build up and mean something to the people risking their lives. Could be, yeah. It's a complicated one, really complicated. I feel like the whole thing is just one big shit show. Right, hold on, let me change this. I think we need to get some Silent Hill tunes in so we can appreciate the dog tune once it comes around. Let me just turn that down a bit. I think some of these tracks are loud, some of them not so loud. Okay, so now we've got all the assets we need. Let's see if we can actually put something together now. I'm probably not going to use like all of these assets in the one room, because I want to try and make sure every room has its own like identity. So maybe one of the rooms will have like these tanks, and obviously it will have like the containers for the plants and the brains or whatever. And then there'll be another room that's more about these machines and the test tubes, and maybe they have a couple of other tanks in there as well. Maybe we'll have this sleeping thing there as well. So one of them's going to be more like a giant storage room for a lot of the tanks, a lot of the vials and stuff, and then the other room is going to be more of a room where they actually do a lot of research and stuff like that. So looking at the door, we've got 2 doors so far. We could probably search for more doors, but I think these doors look quite cool. So we've got a singular door here and a double door. I feel like for the big lab areas we probably should do a double door. Just kind of fits, and then we'll use like a single door for like going between just the smaller areas. So where the hell is our... There he's there, look, he's hiding from us. Every week he always finds a new location to hide from us. Oh, I didn't mean that. I accidentally threw him through the floor. Right, so I'll just need to match everything up and see. You ever notice like how most of the rooms have always been squares? Maybe I should mix it up a bit and make this room more like this, where it's got like a bit of an angle to it, you know? Maybe that's quite cool. But let's see this door then. So let me see, I need to fix this properly. Okay. See, I don't know if I want to use this floor part, because I don't really know if it's going to be just get in the way of the floor that we actually use. So let me see. So that's like the size of the door. I mean, it's a good size. I don't know if I should make it slightly bigger, just for the hell of it, but I think it looks like a good size, as it already is. Dog song! Dog song! Here we go. This is why you all joined today, for the dog song. Don't even pretend it wasn't. We know that it was. Right, I'm not going to bother too much about the walls right now, but just to have a bit of fun, I'll just put a couple around here and there, you know. Isn't that like your favourite track in the world? So just for now I'll put these here, because normally I was always going to go back and like decorate all of the walls and the floors and stuff. I didn't really want to waste too much time doing that now, but considering we've kind of got the assets here, I'll just fire some here already. So let's see, am I actually going to do that though? Am I actually going to make a room that's more like this? Maybe I will. It does make it look a bit more interesting. Like if I put it like that, you know. That way we're not always making completely boxy rooms. At least this has got a bit of a curve to it. Just an idea. Just an idea. So that's kind of the entrance we're going to come through. And John, Jenny, Steve, how did you get out? Dun 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 dun. He's coming for you. Hey LB, I sent you a collab invite, so if you want to, you can play through my dream. Oh, awesome, definitely. Yeah. Once I end today's stream, I'll check out my notifications and I'll check out your dream. Well, that's if you believe coronavirus is really killing people. I don't. Oh, that's very controversial. It's very controversial. You don't think it's killing people? You don't think so? I mean, the numbers are pretty damn high. Unless it's a big conspiracy theory. I don't know, man. Like, I would say that I don't think it's a virus that's going to like kill everybody. Like, if you're healthy, then it's probably going to make you feel like shit, but maybe it doesn't kill you. But, you know, it's like if we get the virus and then we pass it to someone, it goes along in a chain, and maybe at the end of that chain it gets someone and it kills someone, you know. So We just need to be careful, you know. It's all China's fault, right? As Trump says. It's easy to deny the virus if you don't go out and witness the effect it has. Why would the whole world make a big lie about the virus? Money. Money? Really? I think, is the economy not like screwed? Like, no doubt people are making money off of this, no doubt. But I feel like in general the economy is screwed now. Absolutely screwed. I think I read that, I don't know if it was in Saudi Arabia, they actually tripled the tax because it's so low now. Dog song, oh yeah. Put a bit of positivity back in this stream, dog song, even if it is just a brief moment. Everyone walking around in masks, and for what? They would be useless against something airborne. Professionals even tell you this. I guess it's just like an extra precaution. Like, yeah, technically you could say the masks are not so effective. However, if you have the virus, then wearing a mask definitely helps to prevent you from spreading it, you know. I don't think it's like super airborne where it's like everywhere in the air. I think it's mostly about surfaces. So if you touch something, you know, you touch your face, or if someone's breathing next to you, I think then it's, you know, even more likely. I don't think it's like floating around the place. You say money, but this virus is actually ruining companies and closing businesses, so it's the complete opposite, really. It's about money, then shouldn't the virus make people rich? Botched numbers, no higher than deaths last year of common illnesses. It's killing all small companies, while big companies like Amazon and soon Bill Gates Foundation get richer. At least Bill Gates does a lot of good things for charity. I'll give him that. I think he wants to give like 90% of his assets to charity when he dies as well, which is quite cool. I actually have some sinister theories about it, but I should keep them to myself. I know we're getting quite controversial today, aren't we? Full of these conspiracy theories. I mean, who knows? Like, conspiracy theories, of course, like on occasion, you know, they could be real, absolutely. But I don't know. I don't think everything's going to be so sinister. I think there's got to be some truth in it, right? Go on, say them. I know, Isaac, don't shy away. Everybody else is getting their fill, why not you? So I'll put some of these, I need to see where the wires are going to go. I'm probably going to put like the wire maybe like that, just so it's like in your face. So I'll try and put them like, if you've seen like the original Resident Evil, they had like 3 rows against the wall and like in the middle as well. So I'll probably do something like that. I just need to quickly move everything because everything's kind of getting in my way here. So I just need to put everything up here for now. Oh, not the floor. That's what happens when you work a bit too fast. Oh god, what happened? Where did our guy go? Look! What? Oh, it's because I moved the floor, wasn't it? Where the hell is he? Right, he's back now. That was weird. That was super weird. Right, let me just go back and move everything again. Right, back to normal. Right, move all these. Right, I think we're good now. So now we've got some space to work with. Yeah, online companies are doing better, but people are losing jobs because of the virus. How can they have money to spend without a money tree? It's difficult, isn't it? I think definitely the online system is benefiting the most. But I've always been a fan of online. I feel like some jobs probably could have went online a long time ago. People were just too old-fashioned to change things. Maybe now they'll start to do it, because I know if you look at like Twitter, they actually said recently that a lot of their employees can now work from home forever now if they want. It's their call. I mean, I've had this discussion before about, you know, things being online. Like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I think for the most part, online can be good, obviously, to save money and save time. But at the same time, it just depends on the kind of person you are. Because if you're the kind of person that needs to interact with people, then obviously it gets perhaps a bit lonely, you know. So let me just turn this round just to get an idea of where it could go. Love Silent Hill. I'll just put that there just now, right? Just for now. So let me see. Because I don't want to make it massive room. If I need to, I'll start putting the tanks out, and if they don't fit properly, then I'll redo this area again. Can't wait till I get like a proper streaming PC, then I can actually make proper jukeboxes with real songs, so we can get like the proper Silent Hill soundtrack, play the entire thing. I think it would be pretty cool. So you're saying if a country got nuked, you'd think all the evidence is fake and all about the money, and that the deaths are worthless and means nothing. I don't know, I really don't like all this politics in streams. Yeah, it's something new, isn't it? Same, I hold my tongue for that reason. Some people don't like to hear this stuff. Just like the butterfly effect, one death affects other people and things down the line. 50,000 deaths will affect our country in the future. There is no increase in deaths this year. I suppose it depends, because like if you have like a family member, like say they're elderly, for example, you say, okay, the coronavirus killed my my elderly mother, let's say, but if it wasn't for the coronavirus, she'd still be alive. So I guess you can look at it that way as well, you know. Let me move some of these around so they're not always the same. Then I'll flip one, maybe. Let me see if I can. Maybe I could like tangle up some of the wires as well. Maybe that creates a nice little effect. Maybe. Because I don't know how many tanks are actually going to be in this section, so we'll do that, and if it's too much, I'll delete some of them. So I'll just copy these, just put them to the other side here. Flip them round. Put them around like that, maybe. think I've kind of got something working here, and then I'll see if I can duplicate these again and put them down the middle. Let's see if it gets too cramped. So kind of like that. Though I don't want it to get too cramped because you're coming through the door. So you get them on that side, you've got them on that side. I guess this could potentially work. Let's go for that. So this room is mostly just to contain all of the subjects that they're working on. I might delete these ones, and then maybe I could put something on like the wall or something, or we could even use this maybe, just to go at the back to add something a bit different. But I don't know yet. I might actually use this for the other room because I've got an idea for it. So if I can find some other containers, maybe the back wall has like a larger row, so we can put more like that. I think that'll be okay for now, I think. Right, so we'll get tons of these. No doubt something's going to burst out at some point, try and strangle me. Just hope it's not John Jerry Steve with his mad leg. Alright, here we go. I've got a classic Resident Evil now coming on. Resident Evil 3. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's important to talk about politics. I do that a lot myself, but I don't want them in entertainment stuff. Hopefully it doesn't ruin your entertainment. And I discuss politics with someone, then kind of get in a terrible mood, then watch stuff for entertainment. So I know you're getting distracted, aren't you? I take it you don't watch TV where it says that deaths increases this year. If numbers are higher this year, then what does that tell you? That more people have poor health. Let's get some positivity in this chat. Oh yeah, big Boverett ellipse. What can't she do? Also, there's notes and stuff you can collect. I'm abiding by small humans. Let's stay positive. I know, stay home, stay positive. I think that's the new mantra. Yeah, yeah, there will be notes and stuff you collect in this game as well. So lots of documents, things like that, which I think is going to be pretty sweet. I still need to write all the documents, but I just know there's going to be a lot of them. And on the left you can see some people discussing a global crisis, and on the right you can see a streamer calmly designing a lab for a horror game. Yes, very contrasting, isn't it? Both horrible situations. Anyways, change topic. I want to focus on Dreams. Good decision. Anyone got Dreams and they want to be a beta tester? The colour scheme is reminding me of mint chocolate ice cream. Minty fresh. I mean, John Jerry Steve's skin complexion is pretty much the same. I mean, you've got the mint and you've got the sort of like the ice cream part here. I mean, it's, and then you've got some strawberry sauce if you want to add that to your ice cream. I guess that could work too. I watch mainstream media lately only to see what lies they are selling to the public. Dun dun dun! It's true that bad media does lie, but not all of them. If you can't trust what's going on in the world, then you will be blind to the truth for the rest of your life. Just look on UK government website and compare 2020 death numbers to 2019 death numbers month by month, almost the same. And in the north region of the country, we see a pumpkin is designing a Resident Evil game known as Outbreak. A pumpkin? You're a pumpkin? I couldn't even see your avatar. Is that a pumpkin? I can't even see. Nice. I get all my facts from The Onion. Good old Onion. Right, I'll see if I can maybe like throw down a floor here. Like, where was the... So we've got quite a lot of different tiles here. I think this one was meant for the ceiling. So we've got this one, and this one. I think I kind of want to do this one. I think this one would look quite nice. Hopefully you agree. Oh, Puppet Man, can you come here just so we can test and... Oh, no! I accidentally put it under the floor, and then it's like a nightmare to get it back out again. Right. Puppet Man, can you test out this floor for me? Thank you. Okay. So here we have Puppet Man displaying the floor. Now, the tiles could be that small, or they could be a bit larger. Because if I do really small tiles, oh my god, that is going to be a nightmare. I probably need to use the precise move going right down, just so the floor below doesn't appear right now. I look up the facts and sources, not rely on mainstream media. Detective scheme costs on the case. Let's see. Maybe that's a good size. Could be. But let me see if I can get this working. Excuse me. We don't need you anymore. Get off my tile. Definitely going to have to like properly commit to the design before I choose the size of the floor. So let's just see what this looks like. Like tile size wise, I guess it's alright. Because I don't want to make it so small like that one. But I feel like I don't know how big I want the tiles to be. Let me just create a few more layers. Right, get off my tiles. Let me create a few more layers and we'll see if this size looks, if it looks decent enough. Okay, here we go. Bloop. Are we looking good? Now that looks like a floor. I think it looks quite good. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Do you think the squares are too big? Too small? Because if I made the tiles too small, I think, considering this is a large room, I think you kind of want to make the tiles a bit bigger. I think they become more intimidating. You know, when you go in a room and the tiles are really big, you feel like, alright, this room means business. You know? So I think the size looks alright. I could make them a bit bigger, I suppose, but I don't know, it looks okay for me. The scenes really do change, don't they? Once you start adding walls and floor, it's like I think people maybe underestimate the power of a good flooring, because it really does change the environment up so easily. That Puppet Man has a name. It's Pupur Trinka. Facecam went really foggy. I know that was all your conspiracy talk. It totally messed me up. Also, my game won't include any music besides Free From Fear in safe locations. Alright, so you're mostly focusing on like sound effects and things. Yeah, I'm going to do a mix. I'm going to have like the safe room. I'm also going to have some tracks as you go from room to room. But there will be some areas in this game that don't have any music. It's just sound effects. So it just depends on the mood and what's going on in the current scene. Because other than that, you can just hear the surroundings. Yeah, the surroundings, they do sound pretty creepy as well, yeah. Are you making a fixed camera game too, FamFits? Yes, if you want a beta test, then tell me you're a PS4 user and I'll send you a collab invite on Dreams. Also, that's a cool floor pattern. Yeah, I think it looks quite good. I think it does the job. We don't really need to worry about the floor underneath because I can easily delete that floor or change the colour, so it doesn't really have to interfere with, like, you can kind of see the floor popping through a little bit, but it's not a problem. I can obviously fix that. But yeah, I'm quite excited to see your survival horror. It's always nice to see someone else making a survival horror game. I'm not so alone anymore. Just don't make it better than mine, okay? I don't want to get embarrassed. I like to pretend that I'm making the best game ever made. Oh god, I didn't realise that was going to happen. Right, there we go. Gotta love Resident Evil soundtracks, don't you? What do you prefer, the Resident Evil soundtracks or the Silent Hill ones? There's a good controversial topic for you to discuss now. That's what we're all about now. Controversial topics every stream. Who's better, Sonic or Mario? That's another one. I can't actually see the tile underneath this bloody thing. Look, oh, I got it. Just about, but I think there's one more tile here. No, there's not. Good. Who cares if the tiles weren't accurate? I'll just move the wall a little bit, right? Then that'll be it. It'll be sorted. I'm not a flooring expert. I've never tiled a bathroom in my life. This is my first experience of all time. I'll make another floor here, just in case, because this is going to be the main wall here. So you start here, you're going to have a couple of different corridors you can go down to get to the end, like that. Yeah, I think this looks alright. I'll start to put some specimens inside. Obviously I'll have to duplicate like the same specimen over and over again, but you see that when you watch like real games, like they always duplicate the same one. So if you played like the Resident Evil 3 remake recently, they had these containers and it was all full of hunters. Like on one side it was hunters, and then on the other side it was like Mr. X. It had lots of tyrants, and they're all the same, just duplicates in each of the tanks. So I think I can get away with duplicating a lot of them because it's kind of normal to see. And then I'll have maybe one that's kind of cracked or broken, like something already escaped, and then obviously we can make another one get destroyed. So I'll probably do a lot of smoke and mirrors though. I probably won't actually let you see this cracking because like I don't know how to make glass crack in Dreams, because you can't really make glass, and to destroy something it's a little harder. So I think once you run past this, the camera will change, and then in the background you hear the I think it actually creates more impact that way, because then you're like, oh shit, I just heard something exploding. Should I go and check what it was, or should I just, you know, run away and escape? So that's my plans for this environment. I'm going to withdraw now due to what I believe in and to end this drama. Okay, Scheme Costs? I'll put all of you against the wall. Bad boys. How dare you have an opinion on a controversial topic? Everybody knows that the coronavirus was invented by aliens. Aliens have been living on our planet for many years now, and they're actually inside a lot of us already, and we just don't even realise it. I mean, when you look at people like Donald Trump, can you believe a human being like that actually exists? Of course not. It's an alien, don't you see? It's aliens, and they just don't know how to act like a proper human being. So they're trying to be like us, but they're just not very successful. So they and naturally they've been trying to create this coronavirus, and maybe they're just doing it to distract us from their other alien-like plans. So I guess we'll just need to wait and see what happens. But open your eyes, people. The aliens are coming, and they're coming fast. Definitely my PSN is Scheme DBT. Added you, right? Scheme and I will go through your dream and we will crucify it. We will be like, look, be looking at every detail, making sure this is the best survival horror game ever made. Yep, same here, buddy. I don't like talking about this stuff. Me either, but thanks for your time. Bullet to the head. By the way, I started watching a Let's Play of Cry of Fear, as I said before on Discord, and I honestly hope someone could do something like that in Dreams. It's so good. I need to look at it. I don't think I've heard of Cry of Fear. I know you said in the Discord it's like a mod for Half-Life, but I've never actually seen any gameplay of it. I like to think that the official name for these streams are Dream Streams TM. Could be. I mean, if I go on mobile, or if I find the emoji, I could probably update it on the PC or on my phone. That way we can always trademark everything we make. I prefer Silent Resident, so just no noise at all, basically. Resident Evil OST and Sonic. Yes, we're on the same page. I prefer Silent Hill OST. Controversial take. The Resident Evil music doesn't really do anything for me. Well, you're going to be making a lot of Resident Evil style music for this project, so joke's on you, Isaac. Joke's on you. This is this what? If this is a bathroom, then are those shampoo, and where's the toilet and shower? Who uses baths? No one uses them. We don't even bathe anymore. This quarantine, no one's bathed in months. That's what the government want. They don't want you to bathe. They want you to rot from the inside. Resident Evil for me also. I was a huge Sonic fanboy in the Mega Drive days, but the new games are so bad. Mario is much better nowadays. Yeah, but you got to stay loyal. Got to stay loyal to your boy Sonic. Have you heard of Elon Musk's child's name? What are your opinions on it, LB? I've not heard of his child's name. No idea. Let me know, please. Is it Simba? See, LBA knows all the secrets. I do. I just don't really divulge that much on stream. But I definitely will in the future, if that's what you want. I actually came across like this Twitch channel once. It was like, I think she used to play games like Resident Evil and Outlast or something like that, and she made like Overwatch stuff. But then she suddenly changed her channel, and then she started talking about all these conspiracy theories. Like she was talking about Bigfoot and I don't know what else, all these other weird things that are like, they seem so untrue, but she was convinced that all of these things were real, and her stream was then dedicated to those things. And then I said, okay, goodbye, unfollow. I can't watch a stream that's just all conspiracy theories. I think, like, if someone wants to talk about a conspiracy theory, alright, but to actually watch one and dedicate them to it, I can't. the next thing Scheme Cost will be telling us is that he thinks the Earth is flat, and you're all blind. You're all blind. I knew Donald Trump was a reptilian Illuminati member. Flat Earth. Yeah, exactly. The aliens are just going to flatten they're going to steam press the Earth, and then they'll be like, there you go, you wanted a flat Earth, you've got one now. He's the aliens leader. Do you ever remember the first Men in Black movie when the alien goes inside the farmer guy and the skin doesn't fit on the body properly, so it's kind of like that. That's how I see Donald Trump. Every time he goes like, you know, he always makes these faces. I just always think of that guy in Men in Black. It's like there's clearly an alien in that body, in that skin, and it's just not so comfortable. We knew it. I haven't released the most recent version. I don't know. Or I don't know. I don't know either. Hey Scheme, did you get the collab invite? Elon Musk named his child XAA12? Are you shitting me? Nah, you're just pulling my leg. No way did he call his child that. That is just stupid. It's like AAA12, otherwise known as Frank. Also, I've made it so that you can go between the different maps at will. If you exit one location, you could head back whenever by backtracking. It's a good idea. Some backtracking on the doorways. I'm not on PS4 at the moment, but I'll check now. I'll play after this stream. Yeah, I think I'll do that too. I mean, I need to work after this stream, but I'll try and play it as soon as I can. Excuse me. The Earth is 100% flat. Are you sure? Could be 200. No, it's 99.9998% flat. Well, I guess you got to account for the fact that we do have mountains, and mountains aren't exactly flat, so it's not technically flat. So like Small Who-Man said, there's definitely some non-flat things there, you know. Well, yeah. Also, the Resident Evil 3 remake cut a lot of what made Resident Evil 3 good. Yeah, I agree, they definitely cut a lot of content, which was a bad move, but I still loved the game. I still thought it was really good. I swear to you, I'm not lying, LB, it's pronounced X-A12 or A12. So the child's basically called Ash from Pokemon, just that he's a sci-fi android. It has a meaning behind it, but I can't remember it. Yeah, I bet him and his wife were thinking about baby names. And, is it a boy or a girl? Because this code name doesn't really tell me if this is a boy or a girl. I don't know, let's just say it was a boy, right? And then they're thinking of boys' names, and I'm like, oh, what do you think about, you know, John or Jerry or Steve? And then Elon Musk comes out. I was kind of thinking about X-A12. What do you think? And his wife must have went, get the fuck out. I ain't having that shit. And then he went and said, well, too bad, I'm a genius. Got all the money and you need it. By the way, it's barely done. Like only 2 stages and 2 loadings. Well, you got to start somewhere, right? Just keep at it. Hopefully we can inspire you a little bit with our streams, and obviously when we start to get the playable stuff out as well, you'll be able to see what our game's like too. Earth is literally 100% flat. It is a giant cylinder with an earth texture on it. Yeah, it's like a 3D VR effect. I think as a boy I saw a bunch of stuff going around saying that it's apparently pronounced Kyle, but I'm not sure. What? It says Ash, but it's meant to be Kyle? Who knows? Can you imagine a teacher taking registration, going through all the names? You know, it's like, what is that name? You deserve to be bullied. I ain't saying that name. It's pretty weird. Now that you've told me that, I don't really know what to make of that name. It does seem very stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Very insane. But it's Elon Musk. What do you expect? The guy is a nut job. Does what he wants. Oh, here comes Nemesis. Watch out. Stars. Stars. I'm surprised they never ever made a Resident Evil. Hold on, I need to do this again. I think I've messed it up. They need to make a Resident Evil cereal, and they need to call it Stars. Get your bowl of stars today. How cool would that be? You know you want it. You know you need it. So just accept it. Accept it into your life. Don't even know if I'm going to do this curved part. I just kind of did it because why not, right? It's brilliant, isn't it? John Jerry Steve. It's like, don't look at my leg. Don't look at my leg. I'm just going to keep putting these here just now, just in case I do end up making it like this. Yeah, I'm not going to focus too much on the walls. Maybe get like a couple more of them here. Oh jeez, that wall was actually a lot higher than I thought it was. Oh well. Build my walls. There you go. I mean, it looks alright. It looks okay. Just fire this in here just now. Oh, went a bit too far with the wall. Yeah, so I'll just do it like that for now. And I probably won't even work on the ceiling because, like I said, the camera angles probably won't even go to the ceiling, you know? So there's no point in me decorating the ceiling if it's not even going to be displayed. So yeah, whatever. That's our basic idea here. So we've got some walls, some flooring in. We've got the tanks. So I need to try and figure something out here, right? Because I'm running out of local space, and I think I've just ran out. So I need to save this online. How do you save it online? How do you do that? I don't know if it lets me. That's a problem. It's because it's letting me save it to my system, but it's not letting me save it as private. I don't know why. Because I'm running out of space. I don't even know if I can save this. See, I can't, it says your local space is full. Delete some unwanted content before you can create anything new. Right. I've never done this before. I'm kind of shitting my pants here. Because nothing is saved online. It's all local saves. I'm going to have to delete something really old that I don't use. Because everything else here I'm pretty much using for the game. What is this? My creation? Is this like an autosave? Maybe this is an autosave, because look, it's got the director's chair. Let me delete that. I swear if I delete something that I need. And see, if you've noticed, like, see all these markers? I think if it's like, if you delete these, you have to delete all the other connected scenes, because it's kind of like all the remix scenes are connected, so if you delete one, you have to delete them all. It sucks ass. Here we've got another one. It looks like this is another autosave, apparently, because we've got two versions of the same thing, so I'll delete that one. That one, I do not know what the hell that is. I guess that's like a third autosave, because I definitely name all my things when I save them, so I think we've got a couple of autosaves here. What the hell else can I delete? See, again, we've got this. I guess it's an autosave. Goodbye. I just don't want to mess this up when I delete something and we can't get it back. I think from now on I'm going to have to start to save things online, otherwise I won't be able to save anything. And I think because they're remixes, I remix all my scenes just so I don't have to import the same assets over and over again. But I think you need to save everything, so I think I'm going to have to go over every single creation we've made thus far and save everything online. Then I can delete everything locally. Blank, I don't even know what the hell that is. Don't even use that. That was a project I was working on. Don't even use that anymore. I was making The Witcher in Dreams. I don't even know if I'm going to finish it, to be honest. It was quite cool. That was one for drinkage, don't ask. It's a little insider joke. We had the Justice League. I was just doing that for fun. Probably just delete it because I'm not working on it right now. The Elf Squad. I was going to make an Elf Squad game for Christmas, but it didn't pan out. I didn't have enough time. I don't know what this is. I guess it's another autosave. Halloween Escape. I was going to make a Michael Myers game where you get hunted down by Michael Myers, but again, didn't pan out. I was trying to make some YouTube symbols one day, likes and subscribes, but again, I didn't use it. I was making an animation, again I didn't use it, but I'm going to keep it just in case. We've got Fatal Fear. That's my first person game that I was working on in early access or in the beta or something. Let me just get rid of, in fact I don't know if this autosave, screw it, get rid of it. I was making a short animation about cats, didn't finish it. Another one about drinking something, didn't finish it, but I will definitely finish it at some point. I was also trying to, this is when I was learning how to put scenes together. So I made like I was going to make like an open world and then link it to another scene just to see how that worked. So technically I don't need these anymore. This was like my original attempt at Subject. Like it was going to be a first person game, but then I changed my mind because when we started making the survival horror game, I thought, you know what, let's just transfer Subject and put it into the survival horror game. So I sort of replaced the idea. I was making a Batman vs Two-Face animation, which I didn't finish. So many animations that I just didn't finish. Puppet Experiments. I was learning how to do attack animations, but I don't need that anymore. I made the Powerpuff Girls, which I don't use, but hey, they're there. Also, you can't say puff for some reason. Drug related, maybe. Check out my alien sculpt. That was like my first attempt to ever try to make a sculpt that looks so awful, but I just keep it because it's like, it's a reminder of how awful I was, or still am. Shaped, the game, I was going to make a 2D side scroller with the animation I was making, but again, since the animation I didn't finish the animation, I didn't finish the game. This was like when I was learning how to make cutscenes. It's a really short, stupid scene. I don't really need to keep it. I'm just keeping it for reference. I made Mr. Blobby. That was like my first ever sculpt actually. I made Mr. Blobby and I made an alien friend. I think you'll find Mr. Blobby is very exquisite. I ain't going to delete him. No way. We need to keep him forever. And then I was creating like my hometown like a horror game, so I'll delete those, right, and hopefully the game doesn't blow up. So it looks like mostly autosaves that I'm sure I've already saved independently, plus this blank thing. So so you sure you want to delete these creations? They will be permanently removed from your system. Online saves will not be affected. The problem is I haven't saved anything online, so I'm going to have to go through everything maybe later tonight. Just save everything online and then delete everything locally. Right, so this is saving now. Why is it black and white? What? Look at that image, it's all black and white. That's so weird. Look, it doesn't let you save. It's private. I think I need to upload the original version of the remix, because so like for example, I made this scene, and normally what I would do is, rather than create a brand new scene, which is boring, I remix this scene, I delete things here, and then I reuse the other things that I found. It saves me having to do a new scene and bring everything back in again. So boring. But I guess that's the bad thing now that I've just figured that out. If you remix all your scenes, if you save anything online, you have to save every scene that is in a remixed chain. And since I remix all my elements since the beginning of this game, I've remixed everything. That means I need to put all of subject online now just to be sure. So I think once I do that, I think from now on I'll probably just save everything online. I don't think I'll use local saves anymore, because at the end of the day, once you publish your game, you need to upload everything online anyway. So and local saves, they're just going to, you know, if my data corrupts or my PlayStation breaks, I'm going to lose everything. So the local saves are kind of pointless. It takes a little bit longer to save your online game than it does a local one, but it's not that much longer. So yeah, we at least we got rid of some of those creations we didn't need. Thank God for that. Let's see here. Let me just go back a little bit. That took me a bit longer than I was expecting. It's literally a baby and it's already famous. I know it's more famous than like the Prince's baby, right? Why does he say stars so much? Because he wants to kill the Stars team. It's like an elite force. They were the ones that uncovered Umbrella in the mansion. So now Umbrella sent out this Nemesis creature to kill all of the Stars members, because they are like the only the only witnesses who survived the incident. So if they kill them, there's no knowledge that Umbrella was involved. No one will ever know. It's very hush hush. Very, very coronavirus conspiracy. Just accepted the collab invite. Sees a good non-Resident Evil 3 remake Nemesis model. Stars. Oh yes. John Jerry Steve just covers his leg with his flower mouth. I know, don't look at my leg. It says I don't have permission to play. That's weird. Go into view mode and play the starting dream. You have to add him as a collaborator on the scenes, not the dream itself. Ah, right, that's the problem, yeah. Every scene you need to add them as a collaborator, not the dream. Yeah, that could be the issue. Nemesis vs an army of stars while he sings this song, One Republic Counting Stars. That could be another theme tune, we could definitely do that. I'm not on PS4 right now, my time on it is limited. Wait, that sounded cliche and cringe. I've done it before. Delete some of your music and stuff you don't want / need. I don't really make much music, so any music I have, I kind of need it, to be honest. Yeah, 100% delete my creations. In view mode, the first stream is private. The second one, door loading, is playable. The third and fourth are private. Yeah, I think he needs to send you a collaboration to all 4 of the scenes. I think Small Hoodman's right there. You should archive things so you can get them back. Okay. I haven't even tried archiving things. Why don't you save online, LB? I don't know, I just save locally. I don't know why. I think it's because if you save online, you can't delete your online stuff. which is a pain, but it makes sense because obviously if you're using assets, they don't want your other people's dreams to break because I deleted what I made or what I used. But yeah, it was cause like I didn't want to upload stuff online, and then it was like, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore. Now I'm stuck with this creation forever on my screen. I won't be able to delete it anymore. But now I've kind of got no choice, so... And I think I'm more structured now. I'm actually making things that I'm definitely going to finish, so... I think from now on I will start to save online. But the problem with remixes is that when you remix something, you have to save it locally first, and you can't save it online, as I just witnessed now, unless you save all of your remix scenes online. Because like this scene here, even though it doesn't contain anything from the other scene other than maybe like these walls, I think Dreams pretty much says like we need the data of the previous dream that you remixed in order to save this one online. So if you save this one online, it's like, okay, where did these walls come from? The walls come from the other scene, so we need the other scene to load it, you know. It's kind of stupid. At the end of the day, they should just say like, rather than remixing, they should just have a save as function. So it's like, I can create this is a save as, and then I don't need to be connected or linked to other scenes. That's the one thing I hate about remixing. They always tie you to the other scenes, which is really annoying. You'd have to exit the scene first. I added a description to the Outbreak fanfits Captain, does that say? Wow, I'm getting a behind the scenes tour of LB's Croutons. Oh yes. Campaign, that's the one. Campaign creations. Isn't puff an offensive word or something? I don't know, for me puff is like, you know, like you're doing drugs or something. Yeah, puff is an old UK slang word for homosexual. Like a cream puff. Cream puffs are nice. I know people just use anything these days to create a slang, you know. It's like if you say like, in the UK we say fag, but fag is like a cigarette, but not in the USA. Snap. Also, Scheme, I've sent you a collab invite to the gameplay scenes because I need a good sculptor. Uh oh, my comments went spazzed out. Dreams can be quite oversensitive to words like that. Yeah. Too sensitive. Oh yeah, paint doesn't appear in pictures. That's so weird. Why not? Damn it, engine. Hey LB, I found a bug in Dreams you should try out. Get a sound effect and a keyframe. Then record and change the volume to 50% using the enter value feature, and it will make it become 0%, not 50. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what would I use that for. I don't really want to bug out my game though. Juan Julio Stefan. Oh, is this a new one you've come up with? Just got my first Dreams crash, stuck on a black screen. Welcome to my stream world. That always happens to me, almost every time. Wow, I can't believe someone doesn't know this reason for saying stars. It's like that zombie movie where the clever zombie keeps saying brains. I know. It's like, I only eat your brains, I don't really care about the rest of your body. I just want the really hard, the stuff that's like right in that skull. It's going to take me forever to crack through. I'm going to break my teeth before I even get to your brain. I've added them as a collab, so all the scenes of the game. It's nice. Hey Ian, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hey, what's up LBA? We're doing pretty good. We're just creating like this, kind of creating this lab scene where we've got all these sort of test areas here. I had a bit of a save problem because I'm running out of local space. So I'm going to have to go and save everything online and then delete all the local saves. And as I delete the local saves, I'm going to shit my pants. Because even though it says your online saves will not delete and everything will be good, I think if I delete the local save, I'll be like, oh my god, I've lost everything. The online save is going to corrupt, or it's not going to be compatible, or something, you know, I'm going to lose everything. All this hard work, I think I would just shoot myself. Yeah, if you want to add an editor to the game, you need to add them to every scene within the dream map. If you add them to the dream map, then they can't edit that, but not the scenes within it. Yeah, yeah. I think you did that with me at one point as well. We had to figure that out. But yeah, I kind of need a good map sculptor. That's why I'm hiring Mr. Scheme. Oh, did they already accept the job? Very nice. Thanks. The fourth dream is still private though. Yeah, that fourth scene is just a custom door loading, but if you want to see it, then okay. I don't have much time, but I'll try my best to help out with maps and sculpts. I mean, zombies lose most of their humanly actions, that's the one. So instead of punching, they flail their arms and claw stuff. Okay, no worries then. Have you thought about a memory card for storage for PS4 to save stuff? I do have a USB stick, which I could back up all of my stuff onto. However, your local save file with Dreams can only go up to like 1 GB. I think it's like a limitation of the PS4. So from now on, I'll just start saving online, I guess. You know. So we've kind of got this scene mapped out. I just want to make the second lab scene. So the second lab scene, we're going to do more of this kind of stuff like tables, more containers, smaller containers, this sort of sleep chamber. So I know I said I'm going to save online, but I can't do it right now because I'm still. I need to go and upload everything, and it's going to take forever. I don't really want to do it on the stream. So, see, I wish this wasn't remix. I wish this was just save as, and then that way we could, you know, use the same stuff without it being linked together. Alright, so that was the underground lab. Let me just write lab 2. I guess it's easier. Underground lab 2. And this is where they do most of their experiments in this part. Okay, so back to where we were. I just need to turn off these, I think. Put this back to 1 shot. Right, is that everything sorted? Try to boost this forward a bit, because you can't actually hear anything for a while, and then it gets a bit loud, so let me just drop all those again. Okay, so we're going to keep a couple of these, but the main idea for this next lab is that we're going to use more of these assets, but we'll still use a couple of these chambers, because we might actually use them. Okay, so we'll use a couple of those chambers, and we still have this other door. I don't know if I'll use this other door. I think I'll keep it as a double door for now. So what we can do is we could start placing some of these other things down. So let me just move those out of the way. Oops, I think I moved 2 of those by accident. Right, there we go. Should probably group the floor together, because if I pick everything up it's like all individual now. But that's good if you want to break the floor up a bit, you know. It's a nice little graphic effect you can do. So I'll bring all these things down. These are all the things that we're going to use maybe for this area. We're definitely going to use that there. I might even change the walls as well, just to give it a bit of variety, or maybe I'll just use these for like the corridor outside. So we're definitely going to have this at the end of the room. Who knows what's sleeping inside here, but it's going to be something beastly. Right, come on, blue man, Papa de Trinca. Let's go. So you're coming up here, you need to enter like a code or something to find whoever the hell is trapped in here. And then I guess I'll have a couple of these things just sort of chilling over here. And then we'll have some tables and stuff where we can put down some of the other specimens. Oh. I'll need to find a better table for holding some of the specimens, because I think some of these tables are maybe a bit too casual. I'll just use them for now just to put stuff on. Let me just see if that table's an okay size. I think it looks okay. So we'll just put like we'll just put some of these down, I think, for example. And then we can put like, I don't know, like a giant brain inside it or something. Maybe I'll get like 3 different things, maybe. I don't know. We'll put like 3 different things inside. So get like little monsters or something inside. But I think someone did make a brain. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's the brain I was totally looking for. Thinking the brain. Did someone make a brain? We found a heart. I'm sure we found a brain as well, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. So we found a brain. So obviously we can't have a lab without a brain bubbling away inside, you know. There we go. We've got a brain. Lovely, eh? So delicious. And then we can fill a couple of other things with, like, you know, we could always get like a miniature John Jerry Steve. But I'm not going to use John Jerry Steve, but just for fun, right? Just for now, we'll put John Jerry Steve in the little container. You having fun in there, John Jerry Steve? There you go. So good, John Jerry Steve, miniature John Jerry Steve, got a brain, and we'll find something else that we can put inside there. And then we've got the plants as well, so it would be nice to have a little table that had like plants and stuff. Maybe I'll do that on like the other. Oops. Oh, where are you going? I'll put that on like the other side of the room. This room might not even be that wide, because I only made the other room wide because of all those tanks. This room might actually be a bit more condensed. But for now I'll just put everything sort of together. Let me see what it looks like. If I made like a giant one, just put it on the floor. Or maybe, let me see if I take a normal one. I'll just stick it on the floor. Would that look better if it was just on the floor? I could also try and, like, if I edit this, I could delete the plant and then put like different plants inside as well, just to have some variety. Just wanted to see how big I could make it. Could also change like the colour as well, just to make it look a bit different. So yeah, like I'll make bigger ones for like particular plants. I don't know how this is going to look so far. Dun dun. Yeah, but you get the idea, right? They've got lots of plants. that they're researching. Then they've got the more organic stuff over on this side. They've got something bubbling away inside here. Eve. I'll probably change that. Hold on. Where's the text for that? Is it in here? I thought the text would be in there, to be honest. It looks like it actually works if you use it. I just don't know. I'm probably not ever going to use this logic, to be honest. It's got the hands. I don't know. It's got the green part. Where is the text for this? Eve. I thought it would have been in here with the rest of the stuff, but I don't see. Don't see it. Let me do that trick where we can X-ray stuff. Aha! Is that it there? I found it. I found it. I found it. Took a while. Right, clearly this is John, Jerry, Steve, right? There you go. I need to fix it a bit. Move him over a wee bit. There we go. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now we've got John and Jerry Steve's resting place. Was inside this container here. So this is where he goes to work out with his leg and his arms. This is his wee habitat here. Okay, no worries then. Have you thought about the memory card? Oh yeah. Wait, is the Resident Evil 3 music chip combining the new with the old soundtrack? And the Resident Evil 3 music chip we have is just the old tracks. We actually have like 3 separate music boxes that we're using right now. So the tracks that you're listening to right now are made by R8. And then we've got another jukebox that's mostly Silent Hill, that's got a little bit of Resident Evil, all made in Dreams. And then the Resident Evil 3 one, that was Red Stool, he imported all of those tracks, and they come from the original Resident Evil 3. Oh, if you remix, but save it as an element, excuse me, then place that in a new scene, then it shouldn't say that the scene is a remix of another scene because it's a new scene using an element. True. But then you would have to save the element online anyway because the scene won't upload unless you upload the element. So I'll have an element and a scene. So it's like I'll have so much shit that I'll need to upload. What I do to remember the scene that I made is put one word that pertained to something unique, like an object or a theme of the room, in the save title. It makes it just a little bit easier for me. Yeah, it's important to label your stuff, definitely. It definitely helps to sort things out. John, Jerry, Steve, just lovely, I know. He's proud. That machine is a tanning machine, you know. A tanning machine for muscular and thin legs. By the way, my Moonlit Pond song just hit 100 likes. Fantastic. Hopefully it keeps going even further. And that's good for considering it's not a dream, it's just an element. Getting those amount of likes is pretty good because if you look at John, Jerry, Steve, I don't think he has that many likes and he's really good. But if he was a dream, I'm sure he would have a lot more likes. Just got through it. You definitely have a nice start with good systems such as inventory and maps, etc. Oh, sounds good. Well, I'm looking forward to trying this out, and hopefully I can get something playable for you guys to see soon once we obviously finish all of these areas, which shouldn't take us too long, maybe a few more weeks. When I make songs, the placeholder names are usually something like or usually just spammed random letters. Well, whatever works for you, Small Who Man. Whatever works for you. let me see these test tubes. I've also got this as well, look. This wee briefcase. Do I use it in this room? Do I use it in another room? I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, it looks okay, but then why does it have like the basic floor inside it? It's like, did he make is this like the basic floor and then he just built around the basic floor? That's what I'm curious to find out. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, is it meant to be like this? Not so central? Did he do this on purpose? I don't know. I quite like these ones, but these ones have like big tubes. I don't know if I should use this as like a... Maybe I could connect all the tubes to this big machine, and then this machine is like where they get all their juice from. I'll put that there now. I don't know if I'll use it. Might come in handy. And then I'll get all this stuff, all these test tube stuff. File that down there. Maybe turn it this way. See, I don't want to make this room too wide, so I'm probably going to bring some of this stuff in a bit. So, I don't know if we're going to use this, but let's say there's like maybe 3. Let's see if I do 2, just to make it a little more cramped. So I can bring all this in a little bit. So like this, for example, this could probably go in about here. And then I can bring all the rest of the wall in. So let me just bring this back out a wee bit, just to sort of get it more central. So I could probably bring this wall in just a little bit to about there maybe. And so we'll just, like, I'm not going to worry too much about the decoration right now. We'll fire these down right now. Whether we use these or not, I don't know yet. Probably not. But I'll fire some stuff down. Just for now. And then maybe there's another table that we can use that has this briefcase on it. Maybe this is where you find the final weapon in the game, you know, like you open it up and there's like a rocket launcher or something inside. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Just tilt it a wee bit. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. Maybe this will be like where you find the final weapon in the game. And maybe I'll make it that you have to solve a puzzle or something to unlock it. So you technically could finish the game without getting the final weapon. Just means the last boss is going to be a little bit harder if you don't get it. But I think these kind of survival horror games, you need to put a little bit of difficulty in them. What do you mean by we? I'm not sure what I said. Can't remember anymore. Oftentimes my placeholder names end up being the actual song name. Yeah, you get good intuition and you just go with it, don't you? Because usually I have an approximate version of what the song should sound like, and I kind of string the placeholder title around the intended song theme. Yeah, it's a good idea to sort of get an idea of what you want to do first, yeah. Hey Drinkage Gaming, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. This is the second lab scene we've made. So the first one had like a lot of these containers, these tanks, you know, where they hold all the hunters and tyrants. Got some smaller ones here, we've got a brain, we've got a small John, Jerry, Steve. Hello! And we've Got some plants, obviously, and we've got like this container bed. This is where John Jerry Steve, he was resting to regenerate. Some tables here. I was thinking that you could open this, and this would have like the final weapon for the game, like a grenade launcher or something. Thanks, I just got back. Welcome back. Yeah, that's sometimes the case for me too. I have songs with nonsense names like exertive, trongulative, cartition, oxorbis, or whatever. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, you know, something like that. Yeah, like it seems like making up weird names is just part of who you are. I have an idea. Ben and Jerry's salt and vinegar flavoured ice cream. What? Sits there listening to Nemesis theme on Spotify whilst watching this dope stream. I know it's good. Just stick on the tunes. Get you in the mood. That's why I put these tracks over the top of the stream, just to get you more in the mood for them. In Resident Evil, the RPG is OP. I know. Especially if you get the infinite one. Final gun. Call it the Nutcracker. John Jerry Steve launcher confirmed. Good idea. I'll try it. You said we should have a playable demo here in a couple of weeks. Not a playable demo per se, just you'll be able to see everything pieced together, progress on it. By we I mean us, you know, all the viewers together. We will see it on stream together. Good idea, I'll try it. Oh lord. Do you have a team that you are working with to design stuff? Not really, to be honest. We had a character sculptor who left the project pretty snappy when the going got tough, I guess. And then we did lose our composer, but Isaac, he's going to jump in and attempt to do the soundtrack, but he doesn't like Resident Evil style music, so we'll see what he can do. I'm pretty much doing everything solo, but hey, I'm dedicating my life to this, so I'm going to keep going with it. Ben and Jerry's pickled onion flavoured ice cream. Well, I like that idea. That one's a bit better. That's disgusting. Comes with a free pickled onion or a big pickle that you just sort of dip into the ice cream. Lovely. Reloads RPG with malicious intent. Oh, Birkin. I mean, John Jerry Steve. Jenny. I know, John Jenny Steve. That's you're thinking of the sister. John Jerry Steve is rolling in his tank. I'm definitely investing into the move controllers. I think I'll do that one day. I definitely need to get move controllers to do proper sculpting. I just don't have the time to focus on sculpting quite yet. I think maybe next year I'll try and slowly get into sculpting. I just want to get a few more games out and then establish myself as a game creator, you know, and then we can do more sculpting just to improve our games even more as we go through. So the other scene had the tanks. Like I said, this one has the smaller organic tanks. Maybe a secret weapon. John Jerry Steve's regeneration. I don't even know what you would call this. Chamber. Then we've got some of the plants and stuff. So this definitely needs a bit more work. I'm probably going to bring this wall in, like I said, just to make the room a bit more compact. I'll probably bring in this bit as well to about here. So again, everything feels a bit more cramped. The other area was big for a reason because it had all of these things. Whereas this room, it definitely needs to feel a bit more compact. So I'll bring this in, I'll bring this wall in, and then it means I don't need to decorate so much here and here, because if I'm removing the space, it's a bit easier, you know. So I think I'll just figure out what I'm going to put in here, if I'm going to use this at all. Maybe this is like the giant capsule where the original. Hold on, let me take that off. Hold on. This is where the original John Jerry Steve was born. You know, maybe like a medium-sized John Jerry Steve, because it's a bit wider. The tank's a bit wider compared to this one. No way John Jerry Steve's going to fit in there. His miniature can fit in here, but his bigger version definitely needs to. It needs a wider tank, so I think that's more appropriate for him. Fires rocket at Tiny John Jerry Steve. Reloads RPG with malicious intent. Yeah, I think if you fire a rocket at Tiny John Jerry Steve, I think it's like firing a rocket at a wall that you're standing right in front of. You're going to kill yourself. I just blew on my screen because I thought a bit of Fam Fizz's pumpkin profile. Bok to Rex. What? Okay, I'm not even going to say that, man. Yeah, basically the picture looked dirty, right? I've owned 2 Move controllers since 2016 for VR and haven't even tried to use them on Dreams. They aren't needed for sculpting, maybe just for some really organic stuff and handwriting text, etc. Could be, I suppose. I mean, I think people say that the more you use the Move controllers, you can like sculpt a lot faster. But I guess if you're good with the controller, then that's good enough. What do you mean by blue? Oh no, what do you mean, Small Human? What are you talking about? So I'm going to have to end the stream now. I'm going to have to go back to work now. So that's a good couple of hours we've got in today. So at least we've got 2 of the labs kind of done. So tomorrow we're going to do a couple of other areas from the from the game. We're going to probably look at the testing area. So there's going to be an area where they get John Jerry Steve and they need to see his combat abilities. So we'll make a big testing arena, and then whatever time we've got left after that, maybe we'll make like a security room or a monitor room. So like they've got the testing room, and then up here, you know, we'll use this window up here. We're watching the testing area like that, and there's like another room up here that we can make as well. I think that will be a good addition. Other than that, the other areas we just need to make are like the security area that looks at all of the hospital and the streets, and then there will be like a cell area where they sort of kidnap patients and keep them in holding cells, and there's another area where they experiment on people, obviously. And other than that, just a sewer area. That's where you escape to get back out onto the streets. So tomorrow we'll do the testing area with the monitor room above and any additional stuff. We'll see then. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Hope that was entertaining enough beyond all the conspiracy stuff. And I'll see some of you guys tomorrow, maybe. Thanks for the stream, LB. I look forward to the playable demo next week. Stop saying playable demo. It ain't coming next week, man. Don't pressure me. There's no playable demo. Gotta give me like a month maybe before we... Not a playable demo, just a visual demo, right? That's what I can promise you. Nice stream, got very political, but we overcame it with both Reddit emojis and dog songs. That's always the way. Thanks for streaming, LB. Yeah, no problem, Isaac. Nice to see you again. Hey Scheme, have you done some world building sculpting yet? Because the house interior looks very unhousely. Yeah, I'm sure he'll get to that if he can. Yeah, I don't like the political stuff, but the rest was good. Boveretta solves anything and everything. Oh yeah, she's got the magic lips, the magic touch. Sculpting a lot, world building a lot, but not in Dreams yet. We'll see what you can do. So I'm going to end the stream now. If you guys want to finish up your conversation in the chat, I think the chat will still function even after the video ends. Or if you want to take it over to Discord. I don't have time to send the link today, but I'll do that tomorrow. If any of you guys want to join the Discord. So, bye-bye, Boveretta, bye John Jerry Steve. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow where we'll sculpt, not sculpt, we'll lay out the next part of the area. So take care, bye, see you later.